Blessed are you who have come here in the name of God. Ivdu et Adonai b'simcha, bo'u lifanav b'yonana. Serve Adonai with joy, come into God's presence with song. Mi'adin al hakol, mi'baruch al hakol, mi'gadol al hakol, mi'dagul al hakol. Hu yivarech chatan v'kala. O most awesome, glorious, and blessed God, grant your blessings to this bridegroom and bride. Amy and Jonathan, you are surrounded by loved ones whose joy and prayers are with you here as you stand under this chuppah, once a symbol of our ancient sanctuary and now a symbol of the Jewish home. Throughout the millennia, Jewish brides and grooms have been preserved, so to speak, by the thought that this chuppah reminds them of God's presence. Our people did not survive because of mighty armaments, but because they knew that God was with them. And so under this chuppah, in this sacred space, you are connected to those brides and grooms who have preserved us, the Jewish people, throughout our history. And I pray that this chuppah reminds you of all of that, and that your home be a shelter against life's storms, a haven of peace, a stronghold of faith and of love. Let us all join in singing our prayer of gratitude to Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who has given us life, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this very special moment. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה. Well, a remarkable chain of events led to this day. From July 4th, 1993, two Jewish people from Massachusetts, from New York, who lived in San Francisco, had to meet at Lake Tahoe. You met with a group of friends, a chevra, with whom you felt very comfortable being Jews, and that was really important to you. They gathered a few weeks ago to talk about you and about your coming together, and though they are not all here today, they are here in spirit with you. From the very first, they knew, as you did, but while one of you didn't want to admit it right away, one of you knew the second you met, the other took a while, but that's okay. You both knew, you wanted to make sure, and you are sure. Here you are, with your intelligence, your strength, your loving heart, your restrained impetuousness, your warmth, your creativity, your optimism. You are here participating in this ceremony of Kiddushin, which is marriage, but it can't be translated exactly because the word Kiddushin really means the holy ceremony. And marriage in our tradition is the holiest of ceremonies. It comes from the word kadosh, holy. And the problem may be, how do you keep the holy in your lives every single day? Every single day, we hope, maybe to your 60th or 70th anniversary, and don't think that that can't happen. How do you keep the holiness, the Kiddushin, in your everyday lives? Well, first, your marriage must take precedence over everything. I know the lives that you lead the busy lives that young people have today, with friends, with tradition, with their Judaism, with their livelihood, but always make sure that your marriage takes precedence over all of that busyness. And next, you must always be open to the wonders of God's world and the wonders inside yourselves. I know you are so open to each other. The minute I viewed that video, I knew that you were special. To be holy means to be different, to be set apart, and you are. You are very special. And you will continue to be in life's journey, in life's adventure. The third thing, to keep the kiddushin, the holiness in your everyday lives, you must never, ever take your love for granted. You have found something very special. You have found a treasure. Now, many of us find that treasure, but if you are unaware of it, if you take it for granted, then it is less holy, less special. It is meaningless if you have a treasure that you are not aware of. And then always be aware from whence you came. The people who have loved you and the people whom you have loved, they have shaped the person that you are. You will always add new loved ones, but you must never forget the old. And then, of course, to keep the kiddushin in your lives, you must let Judaism play an important role. You, of all the couples that I have met, I feel will never have a problem with allowing Judaism to be part of your lives. I know that it will help you keep your marriage, your kiddushin. I know that because I don't know of any other couple who are registered at the Judaica. The concern with educating your friends who did not know as much as you do about Judaism, the pamphlet you sent, the music that you have during the ceremony, the special ceremony we had on Friday night, wrapped in the talit that would be the chuppah. All of the things, all of the details that you cared about show. They show in your eyes, in your heart, in your spirit. And I know Judaism will be that part of your life that will help keep the kiddushin in your lives. You have great knowledge of Judaism, and I pray that your Judaism will always include the deeds of the prophets as well as the rituals of the priests. And lastly, to keep your marriage holy, to keep the kiddushin, keep your dreams holy, your dreams of a dynamic, inspired relationship, dreams of parenthood, of special space for your spirit, of growing together, and the challenges yet to come. I thank you for the honor of being here with you today. I thank you for allowing me a glimpse into your beautiful souls, and I pray that whether it be in San Francisco or in New York, that I will be around for another simcha. And now I ask you, in the presence of God in this assembly, do you, Jonathan, take Amy to be your wife, to love, to honor, and to cherish her, whether in good fortune or in adversity, and to seek together a life hallowed by the faith of Israel?
Yes, I do.
And do you, Amy, take Jonathan to be your husband, to love, to honor, and to cherish him, whether in good fortune or in adversity, and to seek together a life hallowed by the faith of Israel?
Yes, I do.
You are about to place the wedding rings on each other's finger. I pray that your love be as these rings, strong, of precious material, with no beginning and no end, open, but with boundaries. As you place the ring on each of your beloved's finger, you will recite the words that formally unite you in marriage. Hare,
Hare,
at,
At,
mikudeshet,
Mikudeshet,
li,
Li,
b'taba'at,
B'Tabaat,
zo,
Zo,
kedat,
Kadat,
Moshe,
Moshe,
v'Yisrael.
V'Yisrael.
Be consecrated to me
Be consecrated to me
with this ring
with this ring
as my wife,
as my wife,
in keeping with the heritage
in keeping with the heritage
of Moses and Israel.
of Moses and Israel.
Amy, as you place the ring on Jonathan's finger, say these words. Hare,
Hare,
ata,
Ata,
mikudash,
Mikudash,
li,
Li,
b'taba'at,
B'Tabaat,
zo,
Zo,
kedat,
Kedat,
Moshe,
Moshe,
v'Yisrael.
V'Yisrael.
I, Jonathan, choose you, Amy, in the presence of this community, to be my wife from this day forward. To love you, to be a comfort and a safe haven in your life, to hold you close, to listen deeply when you're sad or angry, to learn compassion and patience with you, to nourish you with my gentleness, to uphold you with my strength, to honor your creativity, to love your body as it ages, to weigh the effects of the words I speak and the things I do, to never take you for granted, but always give thanks for your presence. As our lives unfold together, I promise to be faithful but playful, to always express my emotional truth, and to embrace you as both teacher and student as we do what life calls us to do, individually and in relationship.
And I, Amy, choose you, Jonathan, in the presence of this community, to be my husband from this day forward, to love you, to be a comfort and safe haven in your life, to hold you close, to listen deeply when you are sad or angry, to learn passion and patience with you, to nourish you with my gentleness, to uphold you with my strength, to honor your creativity, to love your body as it ages, to weigh the effects of the words I speak and the things I do, to never take you for granted, but always give thanks for your presence. As our lives unfold together, I promise to be faithful and playful, to always express my emotional truth, and to embrace you as both teacher and student as we do what life calls us to do, individually and in relationship.
As our lives unfold together, we commit ourselves to building and renewing our home,
a home filled with learning,
a home filled with loving kindness,
and a home filled with compassion and integrity.
Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh amo Yisrael al yodei chuppah v'kiddushin. We praise you, Adonai our God, who hallows our people Israel through this sacred rite at the chuppah. This wedding contract, ketubah, that you have signed is a valid and binding document. It has been signed by the proper witnesses, and it says, V'chad b'Shabbat, v'chad v'esrim yom l'chodesh cheshvan, shenat chameshet alafim, u'shva me'od chamishim v'sheva, l'briyat olam l'minyan she'anu monin kan, b'Tarrytown, New York, b'medinat America hatzponit, Amar hachatan Nachum ben Yosef Verut lakala Yehudit bat Yaakov u'Miriam heve li leisha kedat Moshe v'Yisrael. Amra hakala Yehudit bat Yaakov u'Miriam chatan Nachum ben Yosef Verut Heye li li'ish, Kadat Moshe v'Yisrael. On the first day of the week, the 21st day of the month of Cheshvan, in the year 5757, corresponding to the third day of the month of November, in the year 1996, the Holy Covenant of Marriage was entered into in Tarrytown, New York. The groom, Jonathan Todd Carey, son of Ruth Taylor and Joel Carey, said to the bride, Amy Liza Schoenblum, daughter of Marilyn and Gerald Schoenblum, "Be thou consecrated to me as my wife, according to the tradition of Moses in Israel." And the bride, Amy Liza Schoenblum, daughter of Marilyn and Gerald Schoenblum, said to the groom, Jonathan Todd Carey, son of Ruth Taylor and Joel Carey, "Be thou consecrated to me as my husband, according to the tradition of Moses and Israel." I will soon chant the Sheva Brachot. 7 is a very special number in our tradition. You went 7 times around your groom for many reasons that you explained in the pamphlet, and 7 blessings have a special significance. And these blessings praise God as the creator of the fruit of the vine, as the creator of all things, as the creator of the world, as the creator of humankind, and as the creator of love, which leads to Kiddushin for the fulfillment and perpetuation of life. And these 7 blessings will now be spoken in English by 7 people who have been chosen by Amy and Jonathan to recite for you a modern translation of the 7 blessings. Sheva Brachot.
We acknowledge the unity of all within the sovereignty of God, expressing our appreciation for this wine, symbol and aid of our rejoicing.
We acknowledge the unity of all within the sovereignty of God, realizing that each separate moment and every distinct object points to and shares this oneness.
We acknowledge the unity of all within the sovereignty of God, recognizing and appreciating the blessing of being human.
We acknowledge the unity of all within the sovereignty of God, realizing the special gift of awareness that permits us to perceive this unity and the wonder we experience as man and woman joined to live together.
May rejoicing resound throughout the world as the homeless are given homes, persecution and oppression cease, and all people live together in peace with each other and in harmony with the environment.
From the divine source of all energy, we call forth an abundance of love to envelop this couple. May they live for each other, lovers and friends, and may their love partake the same innocence, purity, sense of discovery, and the imagined first couple to have experienced.
We acknowledge the unity of all within the sovereignty of God, and we highlight today joy and gladness for our groom and bride, delight and cheer, love and harmony, peace and companionship. May we all witness the day when the dominant sounds throughout the world will be these sounds of happiness, the voices of lovers, the sounds of feasting and singing. Praise is love. Blessed be this marriage. May the bride and bridegrooms rejoice together.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shakol bara lichvodo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar ha'adam b'tzalmo b'tzelem demutav nito v'hikin lo mimenu binyan ad eyad. Baruch atah Adonai יוצר האדם. סוס תסיס ותגל הכרה, בקיבוץ פניה לתוכה בשמחה. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח ציון בבניה. שמח תשמח רעים אהובים, כשמחך יצירך בגן עדן מקדם. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן וכלה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר ברא ששון ושמחה, חתן וכלה, גילה רינה דיצה וחדווה, אהבה ואחווה שלום ורעות. מהרה אדוני אלוהינו יישמע בערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים. כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל מצלות חתנים מחופתם, ונערים ממשתה נגינתם. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן עם הכלה. We like to think of the cup of wine as a symbol of the cup of life. If you share it, may everything in it that is sweet be that much sweeter, and if there's anything bitter in it, may it be that much less bitter because you share it. Now, in the presence of witnesses and in keeping with our tradition, you have spoken the words and performed the rites that unite your lives. With the authority vested in me by the state of New York, I now pronounce you, Jonathan Todd Carey, and Amy Liza Schoenblum, husband and wife in the sight of God, the Jewish community, and all people. And now I ask you, all of you gathered here, to say to yourselves all of the prayers and blessings that you wish for Amy and Jonathan. Thousands and thousands of years ago, the priests were told to recite a special blessing. This was done in the sanctuary, and these words have come down through the millennia for every life cycle event for our people. And while I say these words often, they never ever mean the same thing, because there is always a different time, a different space, and different people for whom they are said. And yet, while they have a very special meaning for you today, they also link you to all of the brides and grooms who have received this wedding blessing. It's an honor for me to bless you. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmarecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. May God's countenance always shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yosem lecha shalom. May God's countenance always be lifted upon you and your loved ones. May you be granted that very, very precious gift. Shalom. Harmony, completeness, oneness, inside yourselves, inside your home, and we pray.